them. They deserved ultimate credit for that.
Oh yeah, and they were excellent today. They weren't overwhelmed. You know, they didn't freeze in the atmosphere. They were excellent for 70 minutes. Real Madrid did get a little bit of possession into the second half, but then once they scored, you could see the confidence growing in the Real Madrid team. And here's a legend giving it to another legend.
Zinedine Zidane walking up in there, picking up the trophy he knows all so well. We will discuss the goals later. We will discuss as well whether or not Vinicius Jr. got quite lucky in that first half and whether Borussia Dortmund fans will be wanting to talk a little bit more from that. Here he goes. He places the trophy up there on the plinth. Good job. I would hate to have that job. Honestly, if I had that, I'd trip over, I'd drop
fall
it.
over.
It would be me all over. Look at these Real Madrid fans as well. Look, they didn't come in as early as the Borussia Dortmund fans. The Borussia Dortmund fans, wherever they travel, they are always absolutely amazing. But there's a calmness about Real Madrid fans. They come in when they want, they support their team in their own way, and they were absolutely delighted. And you were saying it, Rio, I was sat next to you, and you were like, they'll still find a way. Real Madrid will still find a way in this final.
Yeah, because they're used to it. I keep saying it, they suffered in this tournament many times, but they just have the experience and the know-how to get through these games. And that man there, he guides it. I don't care what anyone says, the manager has a big influence. Jose's next to me here. You can see his DNA stream straight through all of the teams that he's managed. And you know when you're playing against a particular manager's team what you're going to get. And they don't disappoint this team.
Carvalhal's man of the match as well, by the way. A brilliant goal from him, which broke the deadlock from Cruz as well, and played his part in that from Cruz's corner. There are so many individual match winners in this side and so many individual superstars. But tonight, Jose, what was it that impressed you the most about how Real Madrid put this together?
Didn't impress me because I know the DNA, and when I saw half time I thought Real Madrid cannot play worse than they did and Borussia cannot play better than they did. So if the result was 0-0 with Real Madrid at a low level and Borussia in that top level, we could smell it that was coming. So honestly didn't surprise me.
You two, both with your experience with the club, what is it about Real Madrid? How do they keep finding a way to win Champions League?
I think if we knew that answer, everybody would try and copy it. It's just the will to win, the experience they have. Of course, they've always got quality players, Laura, and that helps. Of course it does. But as Jose said, if it's 0-0 at half-time, you always feel they'll get an opportunity, they'll get a chance. And if they go in the league and an occasion like this, you could have... This was the same as Leipzig, this was the same as Manchester City, the same as Bayern Munich. At times, under pressure, second best. But who came out on top? The team in white. And they do it year after year after year.
Let's hand you up to your commentary team once again. They're going to guide you through this presentation. Ali McCoy from Darren Fletcher.
Well, a medal around the neck of Edin Terzic and glum faces on the Borussia Dortmund players. But it has been a great Champions League season for them, overcoming the odds, escaping the group of death. And the semi-final win against Paris Saint-Germain will live long in the memory of their supporters. And they'll be back in the competition next season after finishing 5th in the Bundesliga. But for the second time, Ali, they leave Wembley Stadium as runners-up in this competition.
Yeah, just not to be Fletch, but they can be more than happy with the level of performance they've put in the tournament this season. They've been magnificent. I really enjoyed the performance in the two games against PSG in the semi-final. They'll be extremely disappointed. There's never actually been a better example of a team not scoring when they're in top and it costs them.
Well, there was that lovely moment between Carlo Ancelotti and Zinedine Zidane before the presentation started. Two men, of course, who shared the distinction of winning this competition as both a player and a coach. A medal for Nico Schlotterbeck, and he's been outstanding throughout this campaign. I'm not necessarily sure that Julian Rice wants anything to do with it. And there's the captain, Emre Can. Really has been a magic carpet ride of a season in the Champions League, but they can't touch that trophy tonight. They can just longingly look at it. But Edin Terzic down there, the coach, can be very proud of the work that he's done.
Absolutely. It's just more heartache, that's a sad thing. You look at how that season finished last season for Dortmund, final game. Heartache, and again, more heartache. You know, we look at it obviously from the winner's point of view, and they're a machine. In this tournament, they're an absolute machine, but there's no doubt about it, the Dortmund lads can hold their heads up very high tonight.
Well, Carlo Ancelotti leads this team on a familiar walk. For the 15th time in club history, they're striding forward to collect the greatest prize in club football. He's smiling now. A 5th Champions League win for Carlo Ancelotti as a manager, and the 7th overall. It's his 11th trophy with Real Madrid. Toni Kroos is going to end his career with another Champions League winners' medal, 6 in total now, along with Luka Modric, Dani Carvajal and Nacho. And he's always an emotional man, isn't he, Antonio Rudiger, and a long lingering kiss from Dani Ceballos.
Yeah, it's great to see. We obviously speak about the heartache, and for the heartache there's clearly deep joy, and that was a brilliant interview with E. Jules here and Jude Bellingham, Fletch. I mean, you think about little boys growing up, they can dream, can't they? Well, he's just fulfilled the dream, and you can see how much it meant to him to win that trophy in front of his family. Brilliant.
I feel sorry for Andriy Lunin, who's played all the way through the tournament. He was struck down by flu earlier in the week, so Courtois came in. There's Camavinga's medal. And then it's going to be Toni Kroos. 718 club games. A Champions League winner in his final club match for Real Madrid. We'll see him at the Euros in the summer. But what a way for that great midfielder to sign off.
One of the best. I mean, again, he shook hands with Zidane. This is brilliant. This, it really is. The whole story. And there's another one. What a player he's been.
Yeah. And there's Jude Bellingham, maybe the first of many. It's been a magnificent first season in Madrid for the England international. And the man who's at the end of the line is Nacho. He's the captain, and what a moment it's going to be for him. He was born in Madrid. He spent 23 years at the club. He's possibly playing his last game for them tonight, and he's going to join the list of greats who have lifted this trophy as the captain of Real Madrid, and he's smiling. It's his big moment. It's 15 and counting for European football's greatest winners. Real Madrid are European champions in 2024. Nacho with the famous trophy. He walks towards his teammates for the biggest moment of his Real Madrid life. Carlo Ancelotti in the middle. Nacho raises the Champions League trophy in the air. The Kings are back on the throne. The confetti rains at Wembley Stadium. Real Madrid, Champions League winners. Real Madrid, European champions.
What a beautiful, beautiful scene. Wembley looking absolutely stunning. Celebrating the Kings of Europe. 15-time Kings of Europe. Nacho, the captain, lifting up that trophy. And just one lovely fact for you. One of the men in the studio with me here happened to give Nacho his debut. That was you, Jose Mourinho.
Yes.
Proud moment for you watching that?
I'm very proud of him. I gave him the opportunity of playing the first match for Real, 18 years old, Valencia, Real Madrid. Amazing feeling for me, but the kid is not a kid anymore. But he deserves everything because he's really a kid in love with the club. He was always waiting for his opportunity. Many times he was not even a first choice player, but always kept loyal to the club. And with this tradition that the captain is the club with more years in the first team, he became the captain, even not being a first choice player all the time, but always reliable, centre back, right back, left back, where the coach needs. I'm very proud for him because he's a fantastic ex-kid.
What is scary right now when we're watching these guys lift this trophy is they've got Kylian Mbappe potentially coming here, Endrick, the next golden boy of Brazilian football. The recruitment has been nothing short of remarkable the last few years. They went from Galacticos over the years to now buying the best young talent around, growing them, grooming them, like Vinicius, Rodrigo, grooming them to become the superstars. And they have a conveyor belt now coming through this club. Players now want to come to this club, I think, now more than anywhere else in the world right now because of what they do. They groom players, they improve players, with all while putting trophies in the cabinet.
Well, Rio, now they don't need to buy players anymore because the players want to join them so much that they're orchestrating moves to get there. The new stadium, the team, it's young. If Kylian does eventually join when it's announced, Endrick, everybody's looking at this team thinking this could be a decade of dominance. How can I get there? Am I good enough? And if you are good enough, how can I orchestrate a move to this team? So they're waiting for people to knock on their door saying, I'm going to come here in a year next year, I'm going to come here in 2 years. They're getting that powerful.
It's such a simple structure.
Yes.
The club is such a simple structure.
What is that? What is that structure? What do you mean?
The structure, Florentino Perez.